Good morning, Miss Esselot, Mr. R, teachers, staff, faculty, families, friends, and class of 2021. Whether you've been here since the beginning of kindergarten or throughout our middle school years, I am happy to say that we are graduating. This might seem hard for all of us. Ironically, we would have thought that our graduation would seem like any other graduation at Mission Dolores Academy. But I was wrong. This school year was hectic. I would have never thought in my entire life that we would have to do school through a screen. I know this year was hard, especially for teachers. We are lucky enough at Mission Dolores Academy to have the best teachers, the teachers who always have a game plan every single day for our class, teachers that encourage us, teachers that care for their students' education, teachers that try to make learning fun. This is the end of our chapters together. Today will be the day they close. We will start our own books filled with blank pages, and soon to fill them out in our 4 years of high school. Mission Dolores Academy has taught me a lot. They have taught me the most valuable lessons that extend beyond the classroom. Lessons of how to be a leader, a doer, how to give thanks and love to the people around you. As Eagle Hart once said, live for today because life goes too fast. Thank you, everyone, here at Mission Dolores Academy. I am MDA. I am chosen by God. I am powerful and smart. I will respect the rights of others and I will succeed. I am MDA.
Good morning, Father Charlie, Mrs. Eslot, Mr. R, MDA faculty and staff, my fellow graduates, family, and friends. My name is Emily Sinkoff, and it is an honor to be graduating as the salutatorian of the class of 2021. I would like to thank my mother, my father, and my grandmother for the love and support that they've provided not only throughout my life, but throughout my years as a student. During my years here at MDA, I've always noticed that our class stood out the most. Not by being the class with the largest number of students, but being the class with the best athletes, the best hard workers, and the greatest friends. When it comes to our class, we go above and beyond the expectations of being a student. Being online for the past year didn't stop us from doing our best. It never has, and it never will. We log into class with upbeat personalities, with the dedication to get our work done, and the motivation to continue our path of success. Every single student in this graduating class has great potential. The high school process was a breeze, the start of online school was an easy transition, and the amount of work that we've completed during the last month of 8th grade was highly impressive. One memory that will always stick with me throughout my high school years would be the time where we had that theater play in 6th grade, where we had to act out characters to portray the lives of certain people. Not only did I learn some acting skills, I learned the true meaning of teamwork, having to be paired up with people I didn't talk to much, being paired up with people who I never thought I would have so much in common with. And that was the moment when I realized that everything isn't just based on being alone. You can have fun sometimes, you can take a break, you can focus on your studies, but never be afraid to speak up and ask for help. The more questions you have, the more you know. And the more you know, the more you learn. As Confucius once said, education breeds confidence, confidence breeds hope, and hope breeds peace. So, from our noisy classroom to our fun filled Zoom calls, congratulations to the class of 2021.
Hello, and welcome everybody to MD's Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. It has been an honor to be speaking to you right now. With us being months away from entering a new chapter in our lives, I'd like to say it has been an honor to be part of this year's graduating class. We've grown to be more mature, intelligent, respectful, and strong. It's been a long journey to get where we are today, but it only felt like a month has gone by. I've seen most of you from the start, and others further down the road, but that doesn't mean we aren't here to celebrate together. I want to remind y'all that this is our day to celebrate. To celebrate what has been hours of homework, hours on Zoom meetings, hours of projects, and many more. We've come a long way throughout these couple of months, and we shouldn't forget that. By looking back at the obstacles we faced along the way, we can see that nothing in this world is ready to stop us from following our dreams, except for you. You guys are all amazing people, and as J.K. Rowling once said, we do not need magic to change the world. We have the power inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. These words have stuck by me for a while now, and they have helped me realize that I'm the person that is capable of pushing myself during the toughest times. There have been times where I'd say I was at my lowest, like my 6th grade year. But during that time, I said to myself, the only way I can go now is up. And so I did. I pushed myself harder than I thought I could. And that eagerness has brought me to today, the class of 2021 valedictorian. But I didn't do this alone. So I'd like to thank those who have been with me along the way. I'd like to start off by thanking all the teachers I've had since kindergarten who have exposed me to my true potential. They have worked countless hours to teach, help, and go over material with us no matter what. They are what help us build our foundation to a hopeful future. Ramon, Maxwell, Mikael, Aaron, Francisco, and Anthony. Thank you for putting up with me throughout this time. I know there are times where I may be bothering you, but no matter what, we have stuck together. You guys have brought me some of my favorite memories, and for that, I'd like to thank you. Angelique, also known as my little sister. I see great potential in you and can't wait to see what you bring to the table. I won't tell you this many times, but you're an amazing person with so much eagerness to do better. I wish you the best of luck, and I'd like to remind you that as your older and only brother, I am here to support you every step of the way. Thank you, Uncle, for being one of my main inspirations along the way. You showed me many things during this time, and I shouldn't forget that. Mom and Dad, thank you for pushing me during the beginning of my journey to do better, even when I didn't think there was anything left in me anymore. Both of you have been there since day one, and I appreciate y'all for having faith in me. I wish everyone the best of luck during your high school years. We have so much to look forward to, and thank you everyone for an amazing time at MDA.
And now it is my honor to award the recipients of our academic awards. The Reading Award recipient is Brian Jimenez Rodriguez. A message for Brian from his teacher, Ms. Blow. Brian is one of the hardest working students I have ever had the pleasure of teaching. He is the kind of student that you wish would never graduate. Brian always contributed to class conversations, volunteered to read even when nobody wanted to, and had such a positive attitude every single day. Distance learning was hard, but Brian made it look so easy. Brian brought such an incredible light to class, and while we will all miss him, Bay School is earning a true scholar. Congratulations, Brian. I am so proud of you. The Writing Award recipient is Destiny Hernandez, as spoken by her teacher, Ms. Blow. Destiny has always been such a creative student. I remember in 7th grade, she was always drawing in the margins of her assignments, and when she ran out of paper space, she moved on to drawing directly onto her hands. This is when I realized that her artistic mind was going to take her to great places. Her writing was always very unique, inventive, and made you want to keep reading. Des has talent that cannot be measured by letter grades or points, which is something very beautiful. I cannot wait to follow your journey and see where art and writing takes you. Congrats, Des. You deserve it. The Science Award recipient is Sinai Barrett. As spoken by her teacher, Ms. Forgy, Sinai is a recipient of the Science Award because she has truly learned to think like a scientist. She has powerful analytical skills and is willing to test her ideas out just like a true scientist would. She has a critical sense and is able to read between the lines in complex scientific articles and research papers. Sinai will be able to apply the skills learned in science to many other areas in life and will be an extremely successful person because of it. Congratulations, Sinai. The Vocabulary Award goes to Tyler Bradford. A message for Tyler from his teacher, Ms. Forgy. Tyler has grown so much in the years that I have known him. He is on top of all of his assignments and is willing to go the extra distance to make sure he achieves his goals. Tyler is now the type of student that won't ever settle for an A-, and this is something he does intrinsically. Not only this, but he truly helps out his peers and wants his classmates to achieve their goals as well. He is kind, empathetic, and driven. These attributes will allow him to achieve anything he sets his mind on. Congratulations, Tyler. The Social Studies Award recipient is Elena Lopez. A message for Elena from her teacher, Miss Stella. Elena is a one-of-a-kind student. She has it all: creativity, intelligence, talent, and of course, compassion. I've seen all of these characteristics shine through since the first day of school, and can always count on Elena to put 110% effort into her work. Thank you, Elena, for inspiring me and the community around you. I am so excited to watch you shine in high school and beyond. The Math Award recipient is Francisco Garcia. A message for Francisco from his teacher, Mr. Clark. Francisco is one of the most genuine human beings I've had the privilege to teach. He is a leader of his learning and has consistently set the example for not only himself, but for the rest of his peers. This year, Francisco played a huge role in our classroom community by asking questions, turning in all assignments, and helping his peers whenever the opportunity presented itself. One of the greatest qualities of Francisco is his character, and this should be highlighted by celebrating the people who had the biggest impact on him: his family. He is intelligent, charismatic, and one of the funniest people I have ever met. It is for all these reasons why Francisco was a perfect candidate for this award. There is no limit to your potential, sir. I am beyond grateful to have been your teacher, and I cannot thank you enough for such an unforgettable year. You deserve every blessing that comes your way. The Religion Award recipient is Anthony Lopez. As spoken by his teacher, Miss Blow, Anthony is passionate about Christ, and it shows not only during religious education, but in his everyday life as well. He is grounded, intelligent, and always eager to learn more about Christianity. Anthony is a wonderful student who is always on time to class, volunteers to read scripture, and is an inspiration to many others. It will be sad to see him go, but I cannot wait to see what high school has in store for him. Congratulations, Anthony. The recipient of the Latin Award goes to Ramon Ramirez Aleman, as spoken by his teacher, Miss H. Ramon is a very bright student with a real aptitude for language learning. During this difficult year of distant learning, he has consistently been engaged in Latin activities by actively participating and answering questions in class. He is a self-motivated and organized student, able to work efficiently and independently when needed, but also an excellent collaborator who can work with friends and classmates to complete a task without getting sidetracked or distracted. Ramon is an excellent self-advocate, always willing to speak up for himself or others when there is a problem, and to ask questions and clarify information when needed. Goodbye and congratulations, Ramon, and best of luck as you continue on to high school. The Art Award goes to Emily Sinkoff. As spoken by her teacher, Miss Ray, Emily is the quintessential student, respectful, smart, and talented. She has a curious, creative mind that kept me on my game as her art teacher. She also was ready at a moment's notice to create bulletin boards, cards, and posters. I see her future bright with all the artistic possibilities out there. I look forward to watching her grow as an artist, but also continuing her growth as the powerhouse of an individual that she already is. Congratulations, Emily. The PE Award goes to Maxwell Yu. As spoken by his teacher, Coach Ta, Maxwell is a hard worker and has a larger-than-life personality. He is an easygoing person that gets along with everyone in the class, and it is easy for him to make friends. He likes to joke around, but always respects his teachers and friends. He is an excellent student and an even better basketball player. He is a definition of a perfect student and athlete. He is always in class and practice and ready to participate. He has a great work ethic with a great head on his shoulders, and I know this will take him far. Congratulations, Maxwell. You deserve this. Our second PE award goes to Emily Sinkoff. As spoken by her teacher, Coach Ta, Emily is an outstanding student, athlete, and human being. She lights up the room when she walks in because she is always happy with a smile on her face, ready to take on the day. She has a great attitude towards her teachers, friends, and the entire MDA community. She is always willing to help others and has a kind heart. When she is in class, she gives 110% effort and she has a great work ethic. She is a special student and a player that I am going to miss greatly. She is so driven and exceeds at everything she does that I know she has a bright future ahead of her. Remember her name, she will do great things in the future and I am so proud of her. I was lucky enough to get a chance to teach her PE and coach her in volleyball. Congratulations, Emily. The Altar Server Award recipient is Ivan Briseño. As spoken by his mentors Sister Annette and Sister Anne, we wish to recognize and honor Ivan, who has served so generously as altar server at our MDA student body masses. We thank him for the care, reverence, and respect he has shown as he serves so faithfully at God's altar. Ivan, we want you to know how very grateful we are for your service. We ask God to bless and reward you for this very important service you have given to God and to us all. Congratulations.
I'm on the play yard a few weeks ago when one of our youngest students comes up to me. "Guess what, Mrs. Esselat," she said. "What?" I replied, curious as to what she was going to share with me. "I'm half cat," she said. "Half cat?" I inquired further. "What do you mean?" She looked at me perplexed, as if how could I not know what she meant? Rolling her eyes, her voice boldened with exasperation. "I'm half cat, half girl. What's not to get?" "That's awesome," I stammered, clearly trying to make up for my lack of clarity. But the wonder of the moment had passed. The student shook her head, clearly deflated by my denseness, and walked away. I've continued to think about this brief but significant conversation ever since. It was a mere 2 minutes tops, and yet it has made me realize so many things. Things I want to share with you today, class of 2021. You see, my first grade friend was teaching me a lesson far beyond her feline fantasy that day. She was shining a light on the fact that she was still able to imagine, still able to dream, still able to conjure up the idea in her mind that she could truly be and do anything she sets her mind to. You are all half cats, graduates. Now, maybe to you, half cat is replaced by something else. It's half football player, part ballerina, half rising NBA star, gamer, YouTuber, skateboarder. This is your time to decide. That you still have so much time, so many miles of runway to determine what your life will hold for you. That's the beauty of being a kid, the beauty of being half cat. Embrace the cat, be the cat. Another thing my wise sage reminded me on that day was that cats always land on their feet. It's called the righting reflex. They can run and jump and tumble, even fall down, but they always land on their feet. You all have grown in intellect and common sense. You each have a strong compass inside of you that helps you make wise decisions, choose like-minded friends, determine what's worth walking away from because you know the difference between right and wrong. Your writing reflexes are sound, graduates. Don't let the pressures of a digital audience disorient your compass and take you off track. Don't let the social hierarchy of high school and beyond get in the way of drowning out your goals, your dreams, your vision. Those fleeting temptations may seem inconsequential in the moment, but they can surely interrupt your life's ambitions. Be the cat. Use your 9 lives wisely. Life is going to throw you curveballs. Be vigilant. When you have a test, study for it. When you make a poor choice, apologize for it and be ready to make amends. When you hurt a friend, disrespect your parents and guardians, let down a teammate, own your mistakes. You are a bold collection of humans, class of 2021. Keep on being bold as you venture out on your own. Forge a path that seeks to build others up, choosing to act with compassion and kindness and empathy always. There are far too many of those who will likely say the negative things to you. Don't give in. Be a light in the darkness. We all need your brilliance. Be the cat. Cats are scrappy. They see what they want and they go and get it. You each have displayed incredible tenacity during your years at MDA. Perhaps it was during remote learning, when you rose above the inconvenience of having life completely interrupted. Maybe it was when you didn't get that grade that you wanted, and you went back to the drawing board and gave it a second chance. Maybe it was appealing a high school decision that didn't go your way the first time. Or maybe it was having a conversation with me about a decision that I made that you didn't necessarily agree with. Advocate for yourselves. Speak respectfully always, but go after that which your heart desires. The world needs your passion, your perspective. So go confidently into the good night as a mighty leader. Be the cat. Be imaginative. Be childlike. Be filled with wonder and amazement and zeal for the little things every day that make you smile and laugh and remind you of why this life that we have been given is so incredibly precious. Be the cat. Be the kid. Don't let that go. You have your entire life ahead of you to be an adult, to grow up and to have the world be your oyster. Your remaining years as a kid are fading quickly into the rearview mirror of your life. Slow down, absorb every moment, every memory. In the words famed by Anne of Green Gables, drink it in, Marilla. As I let you all go away from MDA and on to your new adventures, know that I will forever hold in my heart this class, the class of 2021, the class that I have always thought of as fourth graders. That was the year that we met. And while I must admit that I have been pained to see this day come, knowing how much I will miss each of you. Your humor, your energy, your genius. I am so proud of the humans that you have become. So proud. So go out into the world and be the cat. But beyond that, be you. Because graduates, class of 2021, fourth graders, you are more than good enough.